Hello everyone. So today I'm going to use a sales data set and I will represent how quickly we can use Looker Studio to prepare dashboards. And as Looker Studio is free, we don't have to install anything. We just have to visit lookerstudio.google.com and we can use the Looker Studio from there. So let's first look into the data set. So this is the data set we have, the sales data set. Here we have a column for product IDs, sales date, sales representation, region, sales amount, quantity sold, product category, unit cost. So these are all the columns we have, and I will update the link in the description. You can find the dataset from there. So this is a dataset that I have downloaded from Kaggle, and we can download it from here. Then I have just uploaded into the Google Drive, and now it is opened in the Google Sheet. So let's start creating the dashboard. So this is the Looker Studio panel. So we can click on the create and we can see the three options: report, data source, and explorer. So let's click on the report. So whenever we will open the Looker Studio, it will ask to connect a data source. So we have a lot of different kind of data source option. So as of now, as we have our data in a Google Sheet, we will click on a Google Sheet. We have to first authorize. Okay, so here we can see the sheet name, sales data. So always remember we have to take this use first row as header because in our data set we have the first row as headers, and we can also specify a specific range over there, but it's not required as of now. So let's click on add. Okay, so now we have our data set connected here. We can see in the data panel. Now we can see the two options here. First is the free-form layout and another is the responsive layout. So as we can see in the animation, responsive layout, whenever we are adding up any kind of visuals or anything, if we will open it into mobile or in another like different kind of screen sizes, so it will adjust accordingly. But when we'll click on responsive layout, so it will give something like that. So obviously everything is defined. We don't have that much of liberty to add different things in different places. So we'll go to the theme and layout, and here we don't have that option. Layout, yeah. In layout we have that option, so we'll use the free form only because we want to add different kind of charts or anything. So let's delete this, delete that also. So this is our report page. So let's name the dashboard first. Sales report. Now, as we have different kind of columns here, we can go to the data set first. So one of the KPI card we want to show over there is the total sales amount. So let's go over there, and Here we can see add a chart. Here we will have a different type of charts option. So we'll select scorecard here. Yeah. So in this scorecard, we want to showcase sales amount. So it will automatically sum up. This is the total sales amount. And now if we'll go to the style panel, over there we will having the option of show title. So we can adjust the title name, the sales amount. We can align that. We can do the bold. Now here we will have an option of compact numbers. So the number is very big here, so we can click over there and we can adjust the decimal to 2 places. So now as we already have the title, we can hide this field name. We can reduce the this. Okay. So this is our one of the scorecards. In this scorecard, we also have a lot of different options. So we can do the comparison over there. Let's do the value or let's do the metric. Whatever kind of comparison we want, we can do it over here. So let's, for example, value. Let's take our target value is 10 million. One, yeah. Now in the same way, here we can see the comparison field. We can change the colors. We can do the compact numbers here. We can also do the absolute value change. And if we disable this, we can see here 50.2% of target value 10 million. And also we can change the progress visual. We can do it in a pie, circle, pie, or in a bar. I think bar will work here. Okay, so this is one of our scorecard. Let's add a shape here. So we can change the color. Let's make it transparent. We can change the border color to let's see, and make the radius 15. It's not completely visible. Let's add a border side. Yeah. So this will be our one of the scorecards. We can do the group. After doing the group, whenever we will move by clicking, it will move together because here we are combining the two different things. One is the scorecard and one is the shape. Let's make a copy of this. Okay, so now let's look into the another thing. Okay, let's showcase the total quantity sold. And let's make it. We have a here we have to change the target value. Let's make the target value of 30,000. And here we have quantity sold. Okay, so let's change the name. So this will be one more scorecard. And let's look into the another scorecard. Okay. Another thing we can showcase is average unit cost and average unit price. Let's do that. Copy and paste to the unit cost. And here, when we click on this, we will have a aggregation option. So from sum, we can change it to average. And let's make that here we don't need the target value. Comparison thing we don't need here. What we can showcase here is the spark line. Something like that. Let's change the data type to, I think year and month will work. Yeah, something like that. So this is the, let's change the name. This is the average unit cost. We can do it average unit cost. Something like that. Now we want to showcase unit price. Let's make an average. Average unit price. Okay. So this will be two different visuals. Let's change it to just date. Let's see. It's very clustered. Let's leave it as year month. So now we have two another cards. Let's place it here on another card. Okay, so we have to increase the size of this page. So we'll go to the theme and layout. Then in layout, we can increase the width to, let's try 1300. Yeah, this will work. Let's select all the three cards and on right click, we will see this option that distribute horizontally and let's align to top. Now these cards are aligned. Yeah, this will work. So these are our scorecards. Now let's add some of the charts. Let's add a bar chart here. Okay, so let's see what we can showcase here. Hmm, okay, let's showcase in bar chart. Sales date is, it will work, but let's change the sale date to year and month. And this we can use sales amount is here. This will work. And also we can add the quantity sold. Okay. It's not visible. Let's try something. Okay, we have the combo chart option. Let's try the combo chart here. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, let's do the sorting by sales state. It should be in ascending order, something like that. Okay, now let's go to the style panel. We can turn on the data labels. So this is for the series one, and here series one, we can see the series one is sales amount. Okay, so let's change it. Let's make the series one as quantity sold. Yeah, this makes sense. So now let's change the line color to something like this. Data label is on. We can also on the compact numbers. Can make it bold. We can do the font 16, no 16, 14 will work. Yeah. Same way, we can turn on the data labels for series 2. We can make it compact numbers. And here we can change the color to, yeah, this makes sense. So while enabling the smooth, it will make the line in the curves kind of thing. In chart spacing, we have a group bar width. We can reduce it. Yeah, I think this, yeah, 35% will work. Okay, we want access to be visible. This is also good. Access level is also good. This is also needed. Okay, so we can do one thing. As you can see, both the data labels are overlapping each other. Let's let's change this. Let's first disable these grid lines. So here what we can do, so for the right y-axis, so right y-axis for the sales amount, and similarly left y-axis is for the quantity sold. So for the left y-axis, we can increase the range. So let's increase the range to 4,000. Okay, this will work. This will be visible at least. And similarly for right y-axis, we can, or what we can do, we can disable the data labels for series 2. Okay, let's check the right y-axis. We have to change the numbers. Yeah, I think this will work. And the same way, what we can do, let's change this color to something dark, I think. Yeah, this makes sense. That will work. So this is for the quantity sold. and sales amount. Similarly, let's let's showcase. Okay, let's add a control here. I think date range control will work. So now, as you can see, this is still January 2024. So we want to showcase only till July to 31st of January 2024. So we'll be back. July 2023. Yeah. Okay. So now it makes sense. Now we can reduce the chart size. Yeah, I think this will work. So for this date control, you can disable the borders. You can add a normal border here. You can make the radius to 10. Yeah, this looks good. Let's reduce the size of this chart. This is the one chart, and let's add another chart. Let's add a donut chart here. It's in dimension. We can show the region here. Yeah, that will be great. And here, let's check the column name. Yeah, sales amount. The total sales amount. Let's increase the radius. This will work. This will work. This is also one of our chart for showcasing the region and this. Now, another thing we can do is, okay, so I think we can add one more thing, the customer type. So let's add one more pie chart, not a pie, donut chart. And here we can add, where is the column? Customer type. Yeah, customer type, and we can use the same column, but here, rather than count distinct, we do the count. So it will count the rows and it will return this kind of numbers. So it's showing 51% of customers are new and 48.8% customers are returning customers. So yeah, This will also make sense. So I think we can reduce the size. Yeah, something like that. So we can adjust two donut charts here. Yeah, this will work. Try to align both of them. But you have to go on arrange, align top, aligning all three of them. Can increase the size. So if I'm looking into this is big. Yeah, now it's perfect. Line top, this will work. Okay, think we can add sets here also to just make it clear. Oops. Let's select the rectangle. Make the background transparent. Border the same way. Radius to make it 15. Let's increase the border color to 4 sets. This is visible. Okay. Let's change this and this also. It's a little bit big. So let's select both. Let's try reducing the size. That's a bit more. That will make sense. Yeah. Now this is perfect. Now, hmm, let's try something. I think can reduce the size of this. Let's change the order to send to back. Select this. This to inner radius. Okay, this will work. And I think We can change the legend position to top. This makes sense. Yeah, I think the pie chart will make more sense. Otherwise, it will not be visible. And can increase the slicer padding. So it will create a illusion of having a different kind of two different kind of slices. So let's do this. Let's change the color. Let's make the single color and the color to this. Yeah, that is something like that will work. Great. Now for this, let's try something else. Hmm, let's try just a normal vertical bar chart. Okay, in this we have to do the some style changes. Let's first change the color to, let's make it black. Let's reduce the width to 35%. Turn on the data numbers. We can do the compact numbers, and we can make it above. So every all the levels will above the that particular bar chart. Now let's turn off the left y-axis levels, and also we can turn off the grid lines. Just expand it. Okay, I think this will work. This will work. Yeah, it makes sense. This will work. Yeah. Let's think about this chart. So you can try something else here because it's not looking that much good. Let's just try the time series. Okay. Here we can see the quantity sold. And for the sales amount, I turn on the data levels. Here you have left axis and right axis. Okay. Hmm. Let's delete this one. Let's try something new here. Just at the normal line chart. Let's again make the date to year month format. Okay. So here we can see the sales amount. Now, if I will add quantity sold also here. Okay, so that is the problem. There is a huge difference in both the metrics. So let's do another thing. We can use this optional metric option, and Here we can add quantity sold. Now, if we click here, we can change the matrix to sales amount to quantity sold. I think that will be perfect. So let's change the color to just use this color. Gradient is okay. Let's check. What is the color for this? Yeah, this will work. We also want the data labels. We also want to see the points. And then make it small. Let's change the sales amount. Let's do the same thing for these also data labels and make it compact numbers. And we want to see the points. Here, let's turn off the grid lens. Okay. Now let's try switching the. Okay, it's working. So, yeah, this will work, I think. I think we can do the same thing here also. We can add optional metrics and we can showcase the quantity sold also. I think when we'll do the quantity sold, so the quantity sold will show the sales amount. That's perfect. Okay, so now let's add some pivot table here. I think for the alignment, we can copy the shape first. See the shape we are using. Let's do it send to back. Here is our pivot table. Let's arrange this first. Now let's think what we can showcase in pivot table. I think one of the thing will be the product category we want to showcase. Let's try that. So in the row, let's add product category. Okay, so this will be a pivot table for the product category by region and sales amount we are showcasing. With the region, okay, what we can try. Okay, I think this will work. A pivot table showcasing the product category and the region wise. So let's add something here. Let's do the grand total for the rows. And I think I need for the column also. Let's go to the style. Header background. Let's make it this color. Cell border color. This will work. Highlight color. This we can make this. I'll just make this. Now this is good. You can add make it a compact numbers everywhere. And metric color we can use the same this kind of color. Let's adjust the columns. Let's change the border of pivot table also to 15 so that, and also yes, it is transparent. So when we'll expand this, it should align with the corners. So let's try doing the alignment. Okay, this is perfect. Now let's first do the group of both. Now I will copy paste and okay, so now here in the product category, rather than having product category, we can use something else. So okay, let's use the sales representative. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so let's try adding some of the more splicers or filters we can say here. Let's select this. We already have a date. So what we can do, we can select this, we can copy, and when we'll click on this, we will have an option of paste special and we can do the paste style only. So we don't have to repeat the same kind of styling process again and again. We can use this. And I think we have to increase the border color. Let's make it the fourth set. Also for this also let's yeah this and this yeah this is perfect. Now this what we need. I think region will work. We'll be having one slicer for region. We can reduce the uh, we can remove the matrix here. Yeah. So with the region, let's try something other filter. So we can also add the customer type. Or with the customer type, product category also we need. That is also very important. Let's reduce the size. Yeah, simple. Apart from product category, let's see another column payment method we can add. Payment method. Payment method we can also add the sales region also. Sorry, sales channel. Let's try to arrange all of them. So let's try to distribute horizontally. Let's do the alignment to top. Let's reduce the size. Yeah, this will work. Now let's align everything to bottom and let's distribute everything horizontally. This will work, but here the name is not properly visible. So what we can do, can actually reduce the size of this little bit and then we'll select this and try to increase the size of all of this. Yeah, this will work. Let's reduce the size of this more. Now let's select all of them again and do the distribute. And let's align them vertically again. Yeah. Think this will work. For this, I think we can turn off the slider here. Turn off the slider here. Or there can be another thing. We can change the shape itself. So in call out, is gonna work bottom left and we can reduce the size. That's 20. This will work. Let's change the shape of this to call out and make the radius 20, border 4. Same for this, border color 20, use the side. Same for this, call out 20, the foot set. Yeah, this is looking good. We can change bottom left to top right if we do. Okay, this will top right, top right, top right. So I think this will work. Let's refresh it once. Okay, so yeah, changes were not saved yet. Okay. So only these changes are not saved. Yeah, this is pretty much good. Let's check it into view mode. Okay, so here's something we have to look. This thing. Okay, so the problem is the date range. Earlier we have selected for the last 6 months. So in order to fix this, we have to set up the date from this properties panel. So once we set up from here, let's again make it July 2023 and January 2024. Oh, this will make sense. Now, if we refresh it again, it's so yeah, this is the dashboard. It's quite simple. We can change the color of these lines. We can do a lot of different things. But this is pretty much simple dashboard. And let's look it into the present mode. Small and simple but useful dashboard. So we can change the metrics from here. It will showcase the quantity sold. Same thing, we can do it here also, quantity sold. And if we click on both the things, it will showcase both the metrics. We can change the region, west. You can see the just this kind of customers. We can filter out the payment method of credit card and also just showcase the online sales channel. Yeah. So this is pretty much this dashboard. So in Looker Studio, we can make more advanced kind of dashboards. And more or less, Looker Studio is useful when we are making the dashboard. Quick dashboard, we can say. Whenever we are making a dashboard very quickly, we want very quick reporting over there. So we can use the Looker Studio, and whenever we have a data in Google Sheets, it's pretty much easy. It will automatically up whenever the Google Sheet will get updated, it will automatically update the Looker dashboard also. So yeah, this is the dashboard. And also another thing, if we go into the theme and layout, we can select the change the theme and layout. So for example, let's click on this layout. It will change the layout. Similarly, we can try another one. Same way, this is the another one. So we can change the themes directly from here. Also, if we want, we can upload the any image over there. It will extract the colors from there and it will apply into the theme. Thanks for watching this.